So yeah, what's going on, guys? Just making a little early morning video. Um, Talk about Anthony Joshua, and I'm not about to sit here and just destroy the guy. You know, it's over now. You know, the UK US rivalry is pretty much over. Tyson Fury is all you guys got left, and but I'm just gonna talk about Anthony Joshua a little bit, and you know, a lot of the things I've said has come to pass. I told you guys that this guy was nervous, that he didn't want to be in there, and that he was glad it was over. And soon enough, Boxing Scene came out with articles saying that Anthony Joshua glad the pressure's off. You know what I'm saying? He glad it's over. I'm like, I told you guys, you know what I'm saying? People need to really, I know what I'm talking about, you know? I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this fighting shit. And if anything, I can read people extremely well, you know? And Anthony Joshua didn't want to be in there, man. Why you think the walkout took so long? The Sweet Carolines, the 3 or 4 songs, the 4 national anthems. You know, AJ was in the back trying to get his shit together. You know, I heard, this is just a rumor, but I heard that his dad didn't want AJ to go out there and fight. But Eddie Hearn was back there arguing with his dad to get him to come fight. This is what I heard. I don't know the exact details. I don't know if it's true or not. But based off of how Anthony Joshua looked during his walkout, performed in the fight, just it looked like nothing but nervous energy. The guy was having a mental breakdown. He was just a nervous mess. You know, he was just a nervous mess, and he went out there and he was just glad it was over, man. Ultimately, he was out there. And he was just glad it was over. Imagine what a Wilder fight would have done to this guy. You know what I'm saying? Imagine. You know what I'm saying? Fans need to start paying attention to the other details other than the stuff that you see. You got to pay attention to the small details, because those are the ones that matter the most. How's this guy mental game? Is he a strong mentally? You know, stuff like that. You know, AJ looks like a superhero in the action figure. All you got to do is throw a cape on him, you know, but in reality, he was like a scared little boy. You know what I'm saying? He was terrified, man. He wasn't ready. And that leads to my other question. Do we blame Eddie Hearn for him pushing Anthony Joshua so fast? Do we blame Eddie Hearn? Or let's say, do you guys blame Eddie Hearn? Because I know Eddie Hearn shouldn't have pushed AJ so fast. I knew for years that AJ wasn't ready. You know? Guys like Wilder, who has so many fights, he built his confidence and everything up fighting in those lower level fights. Fighting so many lower level fights. You know what I'm saying? To where he is today. He's seemed like the most confident dude you ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Nothing could break his confidence. Nothing could break his will. He's been there, done that. He's fought in these lower level fights to where he had to, you know, build himself up. You know, build his confidence up, build his overall fight game up, his experience, his getting prepared mentally to go out to these fights. You know what I'm saying? Wilder had about 30, 40 something fights to get prepared. 30 something fights. You know, AJ, he only got 20, this is his 23rd fight? You know what I'm saying? And then they put him in the Madison Square Garden against, you know, a tough guy like Andy Ruiz. AJ wasn't ready, man. Eddie Hearn pushed him so fast. Eddie Hearn seen that AJ was a cash cow. He decided to push him. Instead of letting Anthony Joshua just kind of build up. Fight a lot of UK guys on the UK market. Fight a lot of those guys over there until like at least about what? AJ shouldn't even really, honestly, AJ shouldn't even really been a champion until I say about his 30th fight, man. He should have been fighting like about a good 30 fights, fighting like bums and stuff like that, you know, just to build up his confidence and, you know, work out the little things that we are seeing today. You know what I'm saying? Because AJ don't have the experience. You know, he said, oh, I've done all this in a short amount of time. But dude, when shit gets real, you ain't prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? When shit gets real, you ain't prepared for it now. Because you didn't fight on them smaller shows like that to deal with the nervousness in the back, or or you know, you might not be feeling too good. You know how to overcome those type of adversities. AJ he didn't have enough fights to even, you know what I'm saying? And he already don't seem like a super confident guy. So is Eddie Hearn really to blame for Team Joshua's downfall right now? From pushing AJ so bad, for having him hop on that Charles Martin fight so quickly. You know, trying to get that belt just to, you know, finesse the game. And now look, it's all backfired. I don't think AJ is gonna ever recover from this. Me personally, he could, but I don't think he will, man. I've been hearing other things like he's been having sports psychiatrists and stuff to help him get mentally prepared, and you know what I'm saying. That's what older fighters do, who comes off losses, or you know, guys who may have been at the top at one point but can't seem to get it together, you know, mentally no more. Anthony Joshua's already doing stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So that just makes me think, like, will he ever be able to bounce back? You know, that was a horrible performance by Anthony Joshua. It's clear that the UK lights and the US lights is two totally different things. Even though the majority of the crowd was UK fans, he still just didn't look great. You know, maybe AJ needs a new team. Maybe AJ needs to, I don't know at this point, because he don't seem like any hard punch will have him kind of folding. You know, it seems like he just don't react well to getting hit hard. You know, he was all over the place when he got hit. He was closing his eyes when he was punching and stuff. Like his inexperience showed this past Saturday. His inexperience showed. And I'm not taking nothing away from Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? I picked Ruiz to win, basically. So I'm not taking nothing away from Andy Ruiz at all whatsoever. He came out there and did what I knew he could do. But Anthony Joshua, he simply just didn't show up, y'all. And in order for him to even come back thinking about a rematch with a guy like Andy Ruiz or any of these top fighters for that matter, he's going to have to get his mental game right. All right? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy.